It's moving day.
Oh, you're finally moving out.
It's
Thank
moving
God.
day.
Yes.
Oh, no,
My
no.
goodness.
I meant like for the top 10 teams.
Bro.
Welcome back to TJ's Top 10 Teens on a Tuesday. It's moving day. There was one team that did not move.
Wow.
That did not move.
Okay.
There was a lot of momento in this week. So let's talk about it real quick. So like,
The only team that didn't move was the Chiefs at number 1.
Oh no, I think they did move. But they weren't. They
weren't
weren't number
number one
one.
last
The
week.
Eagles
were
were.
number 1.
Yeah.
You'd have the Chiefs at number 1? What the frick is wrong with you?
I didn't have them last week.
Why?
I explained that last episode.
I was gonna say, we're really gonna argue about that again.
10 and 9, yeah, whatever. 10 and 9, 8 and 7. Hold on, I'm getting them. I'm thinking through because it gets real tricky at 6, 5, 4, and 3.
Get there, bro. It's
6.
confusing everybody.
Well,
He
here's the
defends
thing.
himself before we even get started.
3 to 6.
He knows it's wrong.
3 to 6. You got a seed for it to make sense.
A seed?
Huh?
A seed?
10. Okay, Joe. The Bengals. Number 10.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
They beat the Steelers. They move up.
Congrats.
It's like, good job. Bengals.
I
Number
still
9.
think- I still think
Wait,
they're
hold
better
on.
than-
What?
I think they're better than the Ravens, but that's just me.
Okay.
But I digress.
Nobody cares, Tom.
49ers.
Finally.
That is so freaking low. That is so freaking low.
Dog. You want to go over
Absolute
That is low.
annihilation of the Cardinals.
annihilation of the Cardinals?
3-game win streak.
3-game win streak. We sure
Three-game-
about that.
yeah,
Let me check
they've
it.
been
Let
a-
me check it out.
Let me check.
Besides
Jimmy
the game versus
Garoppolo's new nickname is Himmy. Himmy
But
Garoppolo.
besides the game versus the Chiefs, they seem like a new team with Christian McCaffrey.
Oh,
Dog, they have one of the best defenses. They have one of the best defenses, and now I will say it. I think one of the best offenses in the NFL.
Wow.
And number 9 is downright disrespectful. I have them at number.
Are they the
4.
best team?
You have them at number 4.
Are they the best
What-
team in the
here,
NFC?
Hold on.
Yes.
What teams do you have above them?
Above them?
Yeah. Because if
Chiefs.
it at number 4, there's 3 teams above them. Chiefs,
Chiefs, Bills, Eagles.
Bills, Eagles. So the
49ers.
Dolphins aren't ahead of them.
Nope.
Cowboys aren't ahead of them.
Nope.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
I do like the 49ers better than 9. I will say that.
Yeah, no, they're definitely better than 9. I wouldn't go as far as saying they're better than the Dolphins. I feel like the 49ers have had a lot of moments this season where it's like, oh, they're hit or miss.
It's all on Jimmy G, dude. What are you going to get week to week? If you get what you got yesterday, you'll be all right.
Right.
George Kittle shows up sometimes. It's not that he can't do it. It's just the injuries and stuff like that. Again, Debo getting hurt. I feel like there's a lot of question marks surrounding the 49ers. I agree that they should be a lot higher, but I don't know if I would put them 4th.
I do it. Best team in the
I think I
NFC.
put him like.
Would you do it while you still could?
I'm close to saying that. I don't think I'm there yet. But I digress.
Number 8, we have.
What?
All right, dog.
Are you serious?
There we go.
That's
That's
That was
on
weird.
Joe.
I hit the space bar and it went and skipped.
Number 8, the Ravens.
Shoot.
So it's weird
Wait,
because
so what happened? with
they
the
won.
Ravens?
They barely beat the
Wait a
Panthers.
second.
Dog, they put
Go.
up 3 points all the way up until like the
Wow.
end of the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
They couldn't freaking score versus the Panthers.
Tommy, look. I moved them down.
How are they not? How are the Bengals not better than them?
They're not.
There you go.
What about the 49ers?
They are better than them. Huh?
What about
Oh
49ers?
my gosh, by a light
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
49ers,
Dude, they-
49ers I could say.
The Ravens' offense is not the same anymore.
It's not
It's
the
just
same
not.
anymore.
What do you mean not anymore? The past 2
Well, after
weeks they
losing
were
their
without
receiver-
Andrews and Bateman, and they were
Yeah,
and
well,
they won.
Well, where's is it Bateman
wanna
that's
talk
hurt?
about
Is it
win
Bateman that's
streaks?
hurt for the rest of the season?
Yeah.
So he's not coming back.
Yeah, but
And
what's
Gus
his
Edwards
face-
is hurt.
Okay, so Gus Edwards.
What do you mean so?
Lamar Jackson hurt.
They've still been winning.
I know. See, that's what I hate, right? You are so big on win streaks. The Ravens are on a win streak. and
4
then
game.
You just ignore it.
I don't know what to tell you. They're just
You know
not
who's not
impressive.
on a
They
win
put up 3 points versus the Panthers into the 4th quarter.
I know.
That's terrible.
Yeah, that's one game.
Dude, oh my goodness. Their offense has not been the same
So-
since the beginning of the season. It's you just look at it.
So what? Are you moving them out of the top 10?
I put them in. I just want the Bengals above them. And there's no way in heck.
Why? Why?
Huh?
What? They
And
beat
the 49ers.
They beat
That's
the Bengals.
disrespectful.
When do they play each other next? They play each other again, don't they?
Mm,
Yeah, last game of the season.
Yeah, last game of the season.
Okay.
I say they already beat
We
the
got a lot of weight
Bengals.
for that. Hey, just like I said with the New York Giants, Ravens.
Oh, come on.
frauds,
Give me a break.
Frauds. They will not win a playoff game.
The Ravens won't.
No. Frauds.
Depends
Hey,
on who
everybody's
they-
on the Giants train now, huh? Welcome along, everybody.
No,
It took long
I
enough.
don't think everyone's on the Giants train.
As frauds?
I'm not on them as frauds.
You're about to be a day late. and
There
on the shore pretty
wasn't
soon.
anything fraudulent that we were saying wasn't there with the Giants. We were saying
Hey.
respect needs to be given.
Right.
Yeah,
while
like
it's
during your
due.
whole argument,
Right.
even I was like, yeah, they're probably not going to win a playoff
Yeah.
game. Like, you act like we're
Hey,
all
who
like,
said it? Who said? Yeah, but you guys argued with me
You're
heavy
saying
for
it-
that one. So
you're-
now that I'm like looking like I'm right, now you guys are
No,
backing
you're
up.
saying it after
No,
one
that's
game.
what- Yeah,
Because
yeah.
as the weeks go
Hey,
on,
where's the Saints, Tommy? You're number one team in the NFC.
All right, ask
It
Joe
sucked
where
every
his
week.
Broncos are at.
See-
I'm not,
Okay, what
Joe
was
didn't
that?
defend me.
What was that?
Exactly.
What
If
was
you guys are
that?
taking
He's the one
shots
that said that.
All right, I'm taking shots at anybody I can at this point.
You're
it's
saying-
a 3v1.
No.
You're saying
I was right about the Giants.
No, they lost
Y'all
one game.
suck.
They lost one game to the Giants or to the
and,
Lions.
and also, you like
They also
you
traded away
had the-
Kadarius Toney because they know that they don't have what it takes this year.
You had the Giants in your top 10 at one point too. Like you were on with it. You're like, okay, I'll give them respect. Once
I
they
said
kept
I have.
winning.
I said I have
Okay,
to,
then
even though
shut
I
up
don't
then.
want
Then-
to.
Okay,
At
then you
number
go.
See,
10.
there you go. See, then stick with what
Because
you feel.
you guys all would have him in
But
there,
then be a
so
man
I have to
and
come
back
with a
yourself
compromise.
up.
I have. What do you think I've been doing with the Giants the whole time? It's a 3v1. I don't stand a freaking chance when we do the power rankings. It doesn't matter what I say.
It doesn't have to be a
It doesn't matter
3v1.
what but it is.
But
don't have to
how-
cave in.
It's a 3v1 because you're disrespecting the team that keeps on winning with a good record.
Yeah, but whenever I say they're frauds, which you have to have a good record to be a fraud,
Yeah.
and you guys shut it down and don't let
Because
me
they keep
explain
winning.
myself.
They keep winning.
Well, yeah. Well, guess what?
One
They
loss.
didn't. Yeah, and they got stomped on by the Lions.
Exactly, and that bumped them
Who
to number
traded
11.
away T.J. Hawkinson. The Giants' offense couldn't move at all.
Okay, I know. It's one game though.
Okay.
It's what we call a hopper
How does it that you think?
How am I a hopper? I've been saying the Giants were frauds.
or a jumper.
A jumper? How am I a jumper?
You
What
jumped
am-
them the wrong way, bro.
No, because
A
I've been
dropper.
having them lower than everybody. But anyways,
No, you
Bengals
ended
are
up
better than
agreeing
me.
with us just because you were too scared to just back yourself
Are
up.
you kidding me? Do you know the arguments that we had with the Giants? I didn't stand a chance. If we would be talking here for hours, if that
And
was
you
the
gotta
case.
watch all those things back because every time I brought up the Giants, I said I don't think they are the best team in the NFL. I think they are better than they act. Like their record is better than they actually are. But because they're winning, you can't just not look at that.
Yeah, but whenever I call them frauds, everybody's like, "No, they're not frauds. They're 7-2. They're
I
not
said
frauds."
we'll see. I said we'll
Dog.
see.
And then I was like,
We
I
have
can see them in the playoffs, but there is no way they're winning a playoff game. Oh no, you can't say that with what we've seen from them
Does-
so far.
Is that what determines
See,
if
now
a
you're
team's a
just
fraud or
talking out
not?
of your butthole
Yeah, it
because I
is.
don't know if
It
any
is.
of us said that they were winning a
So,
playoff game.
so
It
if
is, dude. I will find every freaking clip.
We literally made a short out of you on how you were saying they weren't frauds, but then they were frauds, but then they weren't frauds.
so you're saying
It depends on your definition of a fraud.
right?
What
so,
is a fraud?
so your definition
Well,
of a
clearly
fraud.
you don't know because that's it. You were
So-
saying
I
they were
do
and then
know.
they weren't.
I do. You guys have me going in every single direction. I'm letting you know what I think a fraud is.
You think a fraud is a team that can't win a playoff game?
Exactly. I mean, if you can't win a playoff game, you're a fraud.
Like,
I think
what I
that's
think,
the
like,
perfect
That's-
definition
so
of
that's,
a fraud.
That's your definition of it.
A team that has a good record, that has a pretty good chance to make the playoffs, that whenever they get there,
Ooh, here's
they don't
here's
have a
something fun. Name all the fraudulent teams in the NFL right now.
Titans.
Fraudulent
Sure.
Friday?
Titans.
Titans.
Sure.
Okay.
Whoa.
I want to hear two names. I want
Patriots.
to see if two
two
names
other
are-
two other teams that are frauds. I mean, you could say I don't
No,
know if
I
you
want-
can
I
even
want
say
your
the
full
Jets are
list,
frauds.
But I want to hear. I'm waiting for two names to be said.
Okay. Ravens frauds.
that one I just-
Vikings frauds.
That's the one I was waiting for.
Because of that one. Okay.
And
Why the Vikings? because
how
of
about
that
you
game.
ask Logan because he actually agrees with me on this one.
Why the Vikings? Because of that game.
The
That one
Vikings.
game. We're just going to ignore everything else the rest of the season. The Bills game. We're just going to ignore all that now because of one bad loss. One bad loss.
I see it as one really good win. The Bills game, I think, was a really good
that
win.
Dude,
automatically
that is something.
makes
40
the
to
Vikings
3 is
frauds.
something. 40 to 3 is something you cannot look past.
Yeah,
It's
but
not like they just lost. It's not like they just lost by
I
3
agree.
touchdowns. They
I
lost
agree.
by
But what about last year?
37
What about
points.
last year when like the Bills lost like 20 something to 3 to the Jags? Did that make them frauds last year? Was that not good? Like
Yeah, I think you even said they were frauds.
Okay, no, I never said that they're going to just go in the playoffs and just lose. No, there's no way. I said that they're not as
That's the
dominant.
definition of a fraud, by the way.
I was going to say that.
I think making it to the playoffs and losing is a fraud.
That is a fraud.
Well,
I would say
it is because I will say like Steelers last year. Come on, dude.
Dude, that was hype though.
What's the other team that you think is a fraud?
that I think is a fraud. No, I was looking for the Ravens and the Vikings, but personally, let me look.
Vikings. Dang it.
The Vikings are frauds for what their record is.
Yeah.
I can see them winning a playoff game, but I don't give them much of a chance to win the Super Bowl. That's why the definition of fraud goes
Okay. If you're gonna adjust
in many different
I
ways.
was gonna say if you're gonna adjust the definition, okay, but now you're saying they can't win the Super Bowl. 3, 4,
Anyway.
5. Okay. Next team, number 7. They did not move. The one team that did not move, the Titans.
There's a fraud team. Right here.
Sure. They beat the Packers. They don't move. That's all I have to say about
Their
that.
passing game was a little. It was there that game a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. I
I'd
still
say
don't
so.
like 'em.
I do like them.
They do deserve to be in the top 10 still.
Huh?
I think they still deserve to be in the top 10, but
Oh, absolutely.
I would have them probably at number 10.
But I thought the Ravens were there.
9. I just said I want the 49ers and the Bengals, in my opinion, should be above the Ravens.
You don't think the Bengals are a fraud team?
I mean, their record is like, what, 6-4?
Do you think they could win a
feel
playoff
like
game?
I feel like they are exactly what their record shows that they are.
But do you think they could win a playoff game?
Yeah, I mean, why not? They got the pieces for it. They're playing without Jamar Chase, who's coming back.
Oh, he is.
But, I mean, yeah.
Okay.
He's coming back for the playoffs.
I'm excited to see next week. Titans play the Bengals, and the week after that they play the Eagles. So I'm excited for those 2 games. This is where things get interesting. Number 6, I have the Vikings.
Okay.
I had to move them down obviously because of that loss. Then you go number 5, which is the Cowboys, who had to move up because they beat the Vikings. And then it got tricky here because at number 4 we have the Bills. And it's like my thing is, are the Cowboys above the Bills or are the Bills above the Cowboys? Now,
That Brown team was close for a bit.
My question is, and I'm not going to do it yet, is the Cowboys better than the Eagles?
is the Cowboys better than the Eagles?
Did they play it all?
Yeah, the Eagles pretty much stomped them.
Oh, there you go.
Did they have a backup quarterback?
Cooper Rush was playing.
Cooper Rush was playing.
My thing with the Bills, my deciding factor with the Bills and the Cowboys was last week's games. The Cowboys lost to the Packers, which was an upset, versus the Vikings beat the Bills 33-30 in overtime. So that's why I put the Bills over the Cowboys. That was my reasoning. Like, the Vikings beating the Bills wasn't as much of an upset as the Packers beating the Cowboys was. So that's my one reasoning for not putting the Cowboys over the Bills. But then
So confused.
what?
I don't know. There's just a lot to take in.
Okay. But then it gets more confusing because at number 3 they were on a bye week, but I have to move them up because I'm not putting them below the Bills.
Okay.
They're not baby.
It's fair.
I'm not putting them below the Bills.
I'd agree with that.
All right, now I'm excited.
Where are the Jets at, dude?
11. I mean, come on. That Patriots game sucked.
No, they're in shambles right now. That was real bad.
They had 2 inches of.
They don't even know who their starting quarterback is next week now. That's how
Every
bad that
drive-
was.
Every drive in the second half, they averaged 2 inches of offense.
That was
Negative
an
21
awful game.
passing yards in the
inches.
second half.
That was
We
an
could go
awful
in
game.
there.
Yeah, honestly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Because that was my thing. I was honestly between the Patriots and Bengals at number 10, but the way that game went, I was like, I'm putting the Bengals here. Putting the Bengals
that
here.
was something. That was something.
Then we have number 2, Eagles. Oh, that's not -3. It's -1. I don't know why. Anyways, and then number 1, the Chiefs. Now, my reasoning for that was the Chiefs.
Chiefs are the number 1 team right now.
Okay, there we go. That's my reason.
Yeah.
No, the Chiefs. The Chargers game was closer than it was supposed to be, but the Eagles and Colts game was too close.
These really dominant teams that have been here the whole year are like showing some like very vulnerability right now. Bills, Eagles. Vikings just got stomped on.
I wanted nothing more than the Eagles to lose to the Colts because I thought that would have just been the most amazing thing. Like that would have just been an absolute blender in everyone's
It was
plan.
close.
I will say, I do want to give credit to the Chargers though, because they kept that 49ers game close and they kept this game close.
Yeah.
Because even though they're losing, I thought about it for a quick second for number 10, but I was like, no.
They said a stat in the game that I don't know if it's been for the last 3 seasons or 2 seasons, but every time that the Chiefs and the Chargers have played, it's been a 1-possession game, like a 1-score game.
Yeah, but
So they're all exactly. Yeah,
That was the
they're
biggest
always
game of
close.
the season for the Chiefs. They needed to win.
Mhm.
They lost it. Because a lot of their players are going to be
Chargers.
coming back. Or, sorry, Chargers. A lot of their players are going to be coming back for the end of the year, but that's one that
I wonder what their
they
schedule will be
need.
looking like because there is a chance that they miss the playoffs again. I don't think that'll happen, but
they play the Cardinals.
right now they
next
are out of
week.
the playoffs. They're 9th seed right now, which won't get you in there. So
Yeah, so there we have it. Let us know where you guys have these teams. Comment your top 10 teams down below. And what are frauds? We'll see you next episode, next Tuesday.
Definition.
Peace.